You are watching Pause. We pause for a second or two. How do we keep life coherent when so much is changing? This is episode 271, Time in Us. Today we are talking about time. Time is one of our universal skills. It is universal in that it is applicable in every and any situation. There is always time there. And learning universal skill time is something we can make use of wherever, whenever. The symbol of today's wooden cube, time, is a bit different. You can see that it wraps around the cube, around two sides of the cube. So today's image is a bit clever in that if we look at the top of the cube, you can see that there are lines in the wood. One line for every year of growth. Growth lines. And the image of time is that every growth line has been marked and numbered. So we have dated this wood cube. And the wood in this cube is 35 years old. It has taken 35 years for this wood to grow into what it now is. Today's episode is called Time in Us. And this is quite clever that this wood cube is 35 years old because I am also 35 years old. So me and this wood cube, we are contemporaries. So it could be that this piece of wood here, the innermost layer, could be that it grew like that my first year of living. Could be around 1990, somewhere around there, plus minus a few years, maybe one or two. But we are contemporaries. Time in us. So we will talk more about this. What does that mean? Time in us. 35 years in my case, and in this wood cube's case. We pause and observe what bodies in motion grow into. So this is our third universal skill out of 5. And we pause and observe what bodies. Body is our first universal skill. Bodies in motion is our second universal skill. Grow into. And this is our third universal skill. Time. And if you want to see or hear more about body and motion, our first and second, you can go back 2 months and 1 month respectively, and you will find an episode for each of these, motion and body, leading up to this one. Time is how we appreciate the effort behind things. It took this tree, this former tree, now wood cube, it took it 35 years to grow into this. So there is 35 years worth of effort in this wood cube. Without those 35 years of effort, this wood cube would not exist. And universal skill time is how we develop this sense of being able to appreciate the effort, to appreciate that effort, not only behind things, but in things, both in things and living beings. We pause and observe what bodies in motion grow into. So you are now sitting there and watching me and this wood cube. And it took us both 35 years to grow into what you are now looking at. This wood cube became a wood cube, or a tree. On its own effort it became a tree. And then people stepped in and made a cube out of it. And I grew into Erik, 35 years old, as I am right now. So you can now pause and observe how I am in this moment. You can observe the time in me. If I were not 35 years of age, I could not sit like this right now, talking like this. It has taken me time to get to this point. It has taken me time to make pausing, to make these cubes, this set, this video, this program, this channel. It has taken time. There is effort in what you are watching. We begin each episode of Pause by saying, how do we keep life coherent when so much is changing? And we live in times right now when so much is rapidly changing into something sometimes a bit different, but often into something almost unrecognizable. Things are changing fast right now. So if we would look at these rings in the tree here, in the wood. So take my life as a metaphor for these rings. The change was quite regular paced or slow paced up until these last couple of lines. Perhaps these last 5 lines or so. Perhaps since COVID in 2019. Maybe that's the starting point of this rapid change we're seeing now. So perhaps these, 6 last lines, just these 6 last lines here, have been put under all this rapid change we're seeing now. So the last 6, but not the previous 29. The last 6, but not the previous 29. And say that you, watching this, could be that you are older than me. Say that you are double my age. Let's say you are 70 years old. Then these last 6 years of rapid change since 2019 are only 6 out of 70. So 6 years of rapid change, but 64 of not, of slow change. So in your case, if you are 70, then these years of rapid change will be a smaller part of your life than of mine. And let's go in the other direction. Say that you are 20 years old. Then these last 6 years will be more than a fourth of your life. Since you were 14, you have been living in this rapid change. So your 20-year-old perspective on these 6 years will be completely different from the 70-year-old person's perspective on these 6 years. So like that universal skill time, it makes us appreciate who we are, what we are, and how change sort of lands in us. These last 6 years have landed differently in the 20-year-old, in me, the 35-year-old, and in the 70-year-old. They've landed differently. Or take a 6-year-old. For the 6-year-old, these last 6 years have been their whole life. 100%. Everything they know is part of these rapidly changing years. So universal skill time allows us to be realistic about that life appears differently to us, depending on how old we are, depending on how much time we have invested in how we have lived. It's a beautiful cube. It's very nice with these growth lines, how they are wrapping around the cube. Over these years, it has grown into this. We usually perhaps say that time is passing us by. But is it only passing us by, though? Because here is time. We can see it. This would not exist without time. I would not exist without time. You would not exist without time. Time stays around. So with everything changing right now, everything happening, the time that was before this new change, it does not go away. It's still here. It's still there. It's still here. It does not go away. So right now we have to adjust to a lot of new changes in technology, in economics, in politics, in security and war. There's a lot of change right now. But just because all that change is happening right now, it does not mean that what was before goes away. The peace time before does not go away. The calm time or the slowly developing time does not go away. It's still here. It's still in your body. It's easy to forget about the time that was before 2019, but it's still here. It hasn't gone anywhere. Perhaps it's not as obvious right now. Perhaps we cannot see it that clearly right now, but it's still here. Just like the rings in this wood cube. Still here. Still here. Universal skill time. Appreciating the time and the effort. Our vast effort through the years. That's it for today. Thank you.